Hello everyone, myself Professor Pritish Chitte, working as an assistant professor in Mechanical Engineering Department, Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. In today's session, we are discussing some of the additive manufacturing processes like stereolithography, fused deposition modeling. So this will be the first session on the additive manufacturing processes under the course additive manufacturing. So these will be the content. So initially we will discuss like what is meant by additive manufacturing. Additive manufacturing is also called as rapid prototyping, rapid manufacturing or 3D printing. And also we will discuss some of the additive manufacturing processes. What are the learning outcomes? The students will be able to explain the different additive manufacturing processes like stereolithography, which is also called as VAT photopolymerization. After that, the fused deposition modeling, which is also called as material extrusion. Now, what is meant by additive manufacturing? As I have earlier said, like additive manufacturing is also called as 3D printing. Additive manufacturing is a process, and a 3D printer is a machine tool. Always we are saying that there is a 3D printing and 3D printer. 3D printing is a process in which like there will be, we can call that as addition of the material. Yes, but what will be the, we can call it as the input data. Now for example, the input data will be your 3D CAD data. Yes, for example, this will be your 3D CAD data that you are developing. Now how we can develop the 3D CAD data? The 3D CAD data which will be in the form of digital format, that we can develop with the help of different CAD modeling softwares like CATIA, SolidWorks or Fusion 360. Now we have to save these particular files in .stl format. STL means standard tessellation language, and sometimes it is also called as stereolithography. So what is meant by additive manufacturing? We can convert the design into a product or the prototype with the help of a particular machine tool which is called as 3D printer. Additive manufacturing is a process in which there are different types of processes like the stereolithography, the fused deposition modeling, or maybe the selective laser sintering, selective laser melting, and so on. So in additive manufacturing, with the help of CAD data, which will be saved with the help of a different data exchange format like .stl, .amf, .obj, and after that there will be the development of a particular product, end product or the prototype by layer. So that's why additive manufacturing is also called as layer by layer manufacturing. Now here in this particular video you can observe like this is a particular design that we have provided to the 3D printer. This is your, we can call it as a extruder. The raw material will be in the form of a filament or the thermoplastic material. This is the extruder through which the material will be poured onto the built-up platform. Where is the built-up platform? This will be your built-up platform, on which one layer that will be attached first of all like this. After that another layer will be attached. So as per the design, your product will be developed. For example, maybe if suppose you want to develop a very smaller gates, and that will be used into a different wristwatch. Yes, it is possible. Mainly the 3D printing is used to develop micro components. Yes, very smaller gates. So there are some limitations of the 3D printing, like we can call it as the size of the built-up platforms. For example, if suppose my size of the built-up platform is maybe a 300 by 300 by 300 mm, so I can develop the component of 300 by 300 by 300. If suppose my component size is maybe a 500 by 600 by 700, for example, yes, I can't develop those types of huge component with the help of 3D printing. That is a part of limitation. Now this is, we can call it as a classification tree structure of the additive manufacturing process that will be deferred with the help of we can call it as a form of the material. There are mainly three forms of the material. The first one that is solid, second one that is powder, and third one that is liquid. In the solid there are different, we can call it as additive manufacturing processes like laminated object manufacturing, fuse deposition molding, or maybe wire and arc additive manufacturing, electron beam melting. In the powder based, where the form of the material that will be in the form of powder, like there is a selector laser sintering, selector laser melting, electron beam melting, laser metal deposition. In the liquid base, there is a stereolithography, there is a digital light processing, there is a multi-jet printing. Yes, so with the help of the form of the material, you can classify the additive manufacturing processes. For different application, you can use the different additive manufacturing processes. The processes, we can use it into the 3D printer. Now, the first additive manufacturing process that we are discussing today, we are discussing mainly the two additive manufacturing process. The first one, that is vat photopolymerization, and which is also called as a stereolithography. Yes, stereolithography is a very famous name, or SLA 3D printer. Always we are saying like SLA 3D printer. Yes. Now, what is the working principle of vat photopolymerization? Now, what will be the form of the material in the, we can call it as a vat photopolymer, that will be liquid. Liquid will be the we can call it the form of the material, and that will be stored into the vat. What is meant by vat? So vat is a, we can call it as a tank or a chamber in which we can pour a liquid resin. So which type of liquid resin? For example, liquid epoxy resin, which is a very famous one. Yes. Which types of components or the end products or the prototypes we can develop? For example, the applications may be like the dental applications or the biomedical applications, different prototypes, the automobile components. Yes, those components we can develop with the help of the stereolithography or the vat photopolymerization. Now, always there is a, we can call it as the pre-processing, there is a processing, and there is a post-processing. Now, in the pre-processing, we are developing a, we can call it as a CAD model, and that CAD model that will be sliced and that will be given to the 3D printer. And whenever you are, we can call it as giving that particular still file or maybe .obj file to the 3D printer, yes, the process will start. Now, there will be the use of, we can call it as UV laser. There will be the use of UV laser. Yes, so UV laser will be act as an, we can call it as a power source, and which will be passing through, we can call it as optics or maybe the mirror. Now, what is the use of this particular optics or the mirrors? Like the laser can be, or the UV laser, ultraviolet laser can be moving, or that will be scattered anywhere, but it should be go through, we can call it in a linear direction. It should have the XY direction. So that's why there is a use of the optics. And the mirror can be moving in X and Y direction, X and Y direction. Yes, so this may be X and this may be Y, and this is Z. The Z will be provided, that is up and down will be provided for built up platform. Yes, where is your built up platform? This one. This is your built up platform. So the built up platform can be moving to the up and down direction, yes, by one layer thickness. Why one layer thickness? Yes, I will tell you in upcoming explanation. Now, so whenever your UV laser which will be touching to the, we can call that the epoxy resin which will be in the form of liquid, but before that you should preheat your UV laser, that is the power source, and also your built up platform, and after that only the layers will be stick to the built up platform. After that, so whenever it is touching to the, we can call it as the liquid resin, yes, there will be the formation or the process which is called as photopolymerization. The photopolymerization is a, we can call it as a chemical process, the photosynthesis process. So there is a, we can call it as a disadvantage will be the materials, the liquid resin which is compatible to the polymerization or the photosynthesis process, those materials only can be used to the vat photopolymerization. Yes. So the epoxy resin is a compatible to vat photopolymerization. So what will happen? So whenever the laser is touching to the liquid resin, yes, the one layer thickness that will be we can call that the liquid will be converted into solid. In a very simple, we can call that statement. The liquid will be converted into solid with the help of a photosynthesis process, and another layer will be stick until your, we can call it as a component will be developed. Yes. So you can also observe like these particular, the support structure is, we can call it as necessary to provide the support to the particular component with respect to the built up platform. Yes, with the help of this particular simulation or the animation, you can very easily learn the stereolithography process. Yes, the UV laser which will be touching to the, we can call that the epoxy resin. After that, the one layer that will be developed, and until your component will be developed, yes, the process will continue. The specification of SLA 750 printer that will be developed by the Stratasys company. Yes, the maximum size of the, we can call it as the 3D printer, that is 1500 by 750 by 550. The layer thickness, the minimum layer thickness that we can provide in we can call it as slicing software from 0.05 to 0.15, resolution or the accuracy that is 100 to 250 micrometer. The printing speed that is for up to 2 hours to 2 business days with respect to your application. The printer size that is 2200 up to 2260 mm. The costing with respect to approximately is 15 lakh. The ambient temperature should be 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. And in upcoming session, we will discuss fuse deposition modeling. Yes. These are the references.